Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can style your hair using a scarf. I have different textures, different colors. Using a scarf is a great way to elevate your look. We don't want to overcomplicate it, so these are simple and fun ways to elevate your style, things that you can incorporate in your daily look. Let's say that you have to leave your house, but you don't want to do your edges, you don't know what to do with your hair. Literally wrap it up and get going. The first scarf that I'm going to be wrapping is this black and yellow gold chain style. It almost reminds me of like Versace. I usually get my scarves at like any clothing store like Ross, Burlington, but some of them I got as a gift and some of them I got in Africa. So keep an eye out. You can find all sorts of patterns even online. I'm starting off by separating the hair that I want outside of the wrap just to make it a little bit more cute. So I'm taking out 2 pieces of hair in the front and then I'm tying that off so that it doesn't get in the way of me wrapping. So I'm going to grab my scarf and then tie it so that it looks like a triangle. So we're wrapping it this way because we want 2 pieces on either side of our head so that we can wrap it around the back of our hair. So once you have the right shape, I just throw it over my head, making sure I keep the front pieces separated, and then I'll go behind and tie it into a knot. I like to double knot my silk scarves, especially the ones that are a slippery material, so that they don't slide down throughout my day. There is still a chance that you'll have to rewrap your scarf, but when you double knot it, I feel like it's more secure. Then I'll take out the hair that I sectioned in the front, and we have our first look. This one is so classic. On to our next style. We're going for a headband look for this style. I really love this scarf because it has little fringes on the end of it. I think this one's like a cloth scarf, so it actually holds a lot better than the silk scarves in my opinion. So this one we're going to be wrapping like a headband. I'm going to section off the front pieces of my hair again with a scrunchie or a hair tie. Then I'm going to go in and bring my entire hair up into a ponytail. Now, because I have a lot of hair and it's kind of long, I definitely have to lean over whenever I'm tying my hair up. Make sure that you use a really secure hair tie, especially if you have thicker hair or longer hair. The tiny hair ties don't work for me personally, and I find that if I do manage to get it in there, it doesn't really support my entire head of hair. So I definitely recommend investing in thicker headbands. I'll have the ones that I use in the description. Once I have my hair up in a ponytail, I'll take out the hair that I sectioned off in the front, and you can even keep this as a simple style by itself. It's super cute, very different than just keeping your hair up in a ponytail or doing a half up, half down. So definitely give this a try. But this is a hair wrapping video, so I'm going to show you how I wrap this scarf around my head. I want to create a faux bang side part situation, so I'm going to take the hair that I pulled out from the front and wrap it around the back of my ponytail, and then I like to secure that with a bobby pin just so it doesn't get in the way of wrapping my hair. I like to fold this scarf horizontally inwards until I get the thickness that I like with the band. It's really not complicated, but this part is necessary so that we can have an even thickness for the scarf to wrap around. I also think that this helps with supporting your hairstyle. Let's say that your ponytail is a little bit heavy. I think adding on a hair wrap headband will definitely help you feel more comfortable. Once I have my side part situated, I'll just take the headband head wrap and then I'll tie it around the back. This one I just did one loop. I think that with the cloth it's actually more secure and you don't necessarily need to double knot it. And then I'll just take the side of the scarf and bring it out to the front. And this is our second look. It's very similar to the other look, but with a different color and styling your hair underneath differently, you can create a whole different vision. Now, one of my favorite things about tying a scarf is that you can move that excess piece, like the tail end of the scarf, to either side of your hair for like a different look. So for this one, I chose to keep it on the side, especially with the asymmetrical top that I'm wearing. I think it's super cute to off-center that with the tail end of the scarf. So this is what it looks like, and this is what it looks like from the back. think it's super cute and it definitely goes well with this outfit. We're going to keep our hair in a ponytail for this next style and take out the front pieces, put them in a middle part, and then we're going to take our scarf, double layer it, and then I'm going to wrap it from underneath my ponytail and then bring the wrap towards the front. I want to create this like twisted rope effect. So I'm going to take the two strands of the wrap and I'm going to twist it in the front. Then I'm going to bring it back, twist the individual wraps into themselves, and tuck. This one is a little bit more intricate, the twisting technique. I want to make this super simple because sometimes the idea of wrapping your hair is a little bit intimidating when you see all the different ways the girls style them. Like a lot of my inspiration comes from Pinterest and then I try and recreate them myself at home. So I want to show you how easy it is to do by yourself, and hopefully you're a little bit less intimidated to try out these styles for yourself because I really think that it can add an extra layer to your outfit. This brown scarf I found on Amazon. It's a different material than the other ones, like the satin silk scarves. This one I think is really meant for a full head wrap. Let's say your hair is just in cornrows and you just want to get out the house. This would be the right material to use for something like that, as opposed to a slippery material like the satin and silk scarves that I used before. So I will have this one linked in the description for you guys. I got it in the color brown, but there is a black option as well. Once your wrap is secured, this is the final look. This is how it looks in the back. As you can tell, very supported. And I think this one is super cute with a lighter top to go with the brown. Let's add some color to the mix. I have this really pretty pink scarf. It has orange and green accents on it. The size of this scarf is a lot smaller than the ones I've shown you so far. So we're going to keep this style super simple. I'm going to fold the scarf into a triangle, one layer. I'm going to wrap it around the front of my head, covering my hairline, covering my part and everything. And then I'm going to tie it in the back. Make sure the triangle is centered. And this is your final look. This style is super cute too. For a quick casual, you don't even have time to do your edges for real, that type of time that we're on. So you should definitely add this to your rotation. If you're looking for some extra hold with this wrap style, you can definitely add some bobby pins into the sides to keep it secured. Wrapping your hair is also really great for if you want to hide your edges. Let's say your hair is grown out a little bit, or if you know you're going to be doing something that requires a lot of work and you're like me, very sweaty. Wrapping your edges just kind of hides that. And for our final look, I'm going to be using this really patterned and textured wrap. This one feels different than all of the other ones. It's not necessarily satin or silk. It kind of has some texture on there. And I really love the cheetah and leopard print pattern here. So we're going to keep it fun and simple. I'm going to section off half of my hair and tie it to the top. I want to have a cleaner look, so I'm not taking out any curly pieces towards the front. So I'm going to take the scarf and start folding it from that triangle position until it becomes a thin headband. I want all of my hair out of my face, so I'm making sure to tie the wrap around my ears, behind my ears, for that look. I decided to double knot this style because of the texture of the scarf, so keep that in mind. Is your wrapping technique honestly should depend on the texture or the material of the hair wrap that you're using. And for this style, I actually tied the head wrap really tight because I wanted it to support my half up, half down and keep all of my hair out of my face. So once I have that situated, this is the final look. I really love this style too because I think the half up, half down adds an extra element to it, and it's really great just to keep your hair out of your face. You don't need to do your edges for this style. I chose to opt out of that, and I think it still looks really beautiful and natural the way that it is. I usually stick to middle parts and side parts. I like to keep my hair real simple, but whenever I have that desire to do something different, I think that adding a hair wrap will always elevate your look. That's all I have for this video. I really hope that this helps inspire you. So I hope that you give this a try. Let me know which style you like the most. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye!